Welcome back, folks. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Makita 36 volt hedger, and this is something where with the rural property I live on, I need some power, and I need a good strong hedger that can really take on a lot of this stuff like multi-flora rows and some of this other stuff that is pretty difficult to cut through. So we need the power. So this is a dual battery hedger. Just not one of the single batteries, but it runs with two batteries for a total of 36 volts. So let's go ahead and get it out of the box. Go ahead and go through anything that we need to know before we start using it. And then we will go ahead and put it to use and see how it works. Folks, so this hedger, it's fairly long. It's kind of hard to get it all in one shot. So what we'll do is we'll focus on the back end of it here with all the controls and everything you need to know. And then we'll look at the blade here separately in a minute. But pretty much for the controls. First thing is that's real nice with this is that you can rotate the back handle around. So you can either rotate it by pulling up this tab here and rotate it to the right to 45 degrees, or you can go all the way to 90 degrees if you so choose. You can also do it back the other way as well. So you can go all the way back this way and then all the way 90 degrees that way if you so desire. So that's pretty cool. So you can adjust it how you need depending on, and it's very quick and easy to do depending on what you need whenever you're doing your hedging. It takes two 18 volt LXT batteries. So there is a separate package, there is a different package available where if you just want the tool only, you can get the tool only, or you can get it with a charger and two batteries if you so choose. So all depends on what you need. If you already have a bunch of Makita 18 volt batteries and chargers and stuff, then you're already set and you just get the tool only. But if you do need that charger and those batteries, that package is available, just so you know. Two lights here, basically warning lights if the batteries go low. There's also a safety up here, which this right here, if you put it on the lock function, it locks the trigger here and won't let you operate the trigger. So you have to manually unlock that. And then there's also a safety catch up here apparently. So I've not used this yet, so we're going to put it into action here. But apparently you have to hold this safety catch down and have it in the unlock for the trigger to work, you know, which is probably a good common sense kind of thing to have so you don't accidentally operate the trigger on its own. So that way you kind of know where your hand is and all that. There's also a safety shield up here too for your hand. So you should have your one hand here and then the other hand on this. So everything should be good with that. And then there's also a dial here. It is, let me see if I can kind of rotate. It's so long, but I think I can get it in there on the camera. But basically there's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 6 here is the highest setting for the highest speed. So you can vary that up or down depending on what you need. Okay, so here is our blade here. This looks pretty sharp. So definitely very sharp. One thing it says with cutting in the instruction manual is it doesn't cut branches any thicker than about 3/8 of an inch. So if you are going to cut those, it advises you not to do that with this. You know, get like clippers or something like that and cut those thicker parts. So about 3/8 inch max is what they're saying. The blade here is also replaceable. There's instructions in the manual I saw for whenever this goes dull and wears out. You can easily put another blade on, so that's possible. There's also another maintenance function in here for some carbon brushes that at some point will need to be changed. So that covers that in the manual. I would expect for most average users like myself that are just kind of, if we're not using it in a professional setting, probably a lot of this stuff is going to last for years before we're going to need to do anything about it. But yes, someone who's using it professionally day in, day out, they might end up replacing things like that a bit more often. But yes, this looks very sharp, so I'm not I'm not touching it or anything like that, or sticking my fingers in there. And then of course there's this nice shield that it comes with too, that when you're not using it, you can put that over the blade. So in the box, it comes with a really good instruction manual. One thing, I've used a lot of Makita power tools in my life, and I have found the instruction booklets are always very good, and they have all the detail you need. So, you know, and they're also very good in telling you what the basically what the tool is capable of, and then also too limitations to be aware of as well. So that is always good as well for a user to kind of know what you can and can't do. So they definitely go through that. And then one thing I always like with Makita is that they do have overload protection and stuff like that, where if you get the batteries too hot or whatever, it shuts off. So it goes through all that sort of stuff, and even how to hedge and how to use the hedger properly, how to do maintenance on it, if you need to replace those blades, all that good stuff. So pretty much anything and everything you need to know inside the instruction book. And then Makita always has their, you know, all the different tools in the line that they have. And then there's something here for the warranty too. I have had a Makita repair tool before in the past, and I found it very, you know, relatively straightforward to send the tool in and get it fixed. So, you know, pretty easy with that. And they covered the warranty and they covered the cost of it. It was like no worries really. Basically just had to print out a label and send it off, and then they fixed it and sent it back. So there you go. So anyways, that's all the stuff that comes with it, and let's get it out and get it to work and get it cutting some stuff. This is that horrible multi-flora rose. Okay folks, so real quick wrap up here. I put it on the floor so we can get it in the entire shot here because it's so long. By the way, this is also made in Japan, just so you know. Really good quality tool. Like all Makita 36 volt tools, what I find with it is it's super efficient and is a massive time saver. This thing chews through like multi-flora rose, which is an invasive pest basically, invasive plant. And other type of vegetation, just chews right through it. And I was able to cut through so much stuff so fast that basically it made jobs that I would put off or delay because they would take hours and hours to do. I come in there, boom, I'm done in 5 or 10 minutes. It's like a nothing burger. So major kind of level up for me in terms of using this here. A lot of good features on it. In terms of the blade, what do I think about the blade there? The blade I think is going to be pretty sharp for a while. I think it should hold up for a season or 3, no problems whatsoever. If for some reason it does start to dull, personally, I don't even care. And the reason why I don't care is because at the end of the day, this thing gets the work done so fast compared to other hedgers, or especially the ones that are powered by, you know, like 18 volts or whatever. Gets the job done so fast that I'm willing to pay for the blade if need be, you know, a new blade soon, if I have to, just because it's just so efficient, so fast. You know, to me, time is one of the most valuable resources you can have, and this is a big time saver. A couple different safety devices built in. I found they're easy to use. You can easily kind of lock the trigger there with that one switch there at the back. You have to hold down that front handle too for it to totally activate. So a couple of safety devices in there so you don't accidentally activate it and have an issue. Also, I like the fact that you could rotate it around. That was a big plus. You can rotate it. Right now it's at the 45-degree setting. You can rotate it back to 90 degrees. You can rotate it back up. Big help with that. Battery life. Here's the thing I would say about that. This thing cuts through stuff so fast and wears me out so fast, and it just gets the job done so fast. Never ran into an issue where I was running the battery down. So I think for the average person out there doing all sorts of different, you know, lawn care and different, you know, if you've got like a regular yard and all that, you'll get the work done so fast, you're not going to have to worry about the battery running down. Now, if you are in a situation where, you know, you are in a professional environment, I would suspect probably the two batteries there would probably last about 40 to 45 minutes of continuous hedging. But you would cut through so much stuff by then, you know, so what? You just swap out the batteries, big deal, okay? So at the end of the day, like a lot of Makita 36-volt tools, this thing really kind of levels things up a bit, and with that extra power, really helps get the job done fast and efficiently, and I'm super impressed with it. So mega happy with it. Definitely check these out, folks. Yes, you are going to pay a premium for this, but Makita tools I've used for a long time. You know, they're very effective and they get the job done, and hey, what can you say? So I think at the end of the day, it's worth paying that extra money. Anyways, folks, definitely check these out and give these a go and put them under some consideration there. To me, I'm looking forward to using this for years to come.